All right. Well, hello and welcome. If you're just tuning in, we're so happy to have you with us today for our yoga and mindfulness series. Whether this is your first time tuning in or you've been with us before, we are so thrilled to have you with us. My name is Colleen Cadman, and I serve as an Associate State Director of Outreach for AARP in Pennsylvania. And we're going to be reading off where we have you all joining in from today as well. So let me hop over to the chat. I'm going to read out some locations. So today we have Virginia. We've got Texas with us. We've got folks from our home state of Pennsylvania. So welcome to our Pennsylvania folks. We've got Tennessee with us, New York, Arkansas, Connecticut. We've got Michigan. We've got Florida. We've got Kentucky. We've got New Jersey. Let's see, we've got California, Maryland, Oregon, New Jersey, Colorado, Rhode Island, Washington State, Hawaii. I think Hawaii might win the furthest away award today. So thank you to everyone. We host this class every week. So if this is your first time joining us, please know that you can sign up for additional sessions with us. And our wonderful volunteer, Kara, just shared the link in the chat so you can sign up for future classes. We also do record this class. So if you have to leave early, please be sure to check your inbox for the recording within 24 hours of the event. I'll share the recording to last week's class in the chat as well in case you missed that one. And AARP wants to help you take control of your health as we age. Ways to do that are practicing mindfulness, engaging in activities that promote your brain health, and just preserving your healthy living practices as we all age together. So if you'd like to learn more about AARP's healthy living resources, please check out the link we just shared in the chat for more information. And we encourage everyone to please consult your doctor before starting any exercise program or regimen to make sure it is right for your needs. And with that, we're going to pass things over to our instructor, Chandler from Open Up, to lead us in today's class. So right over to you, Chandler.
Thank you, Colleen. Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Chandler and I'm a yoga instructor here and movement instructor here at Open Up. And here at Open Up, we practice inclusivity in art and movement. I see we have a lot of folks from everywhere, and Hawaii is the newest place I've heard so far. So this is pretty cool. Thank you for tuning in. And I would love to visit Hawaii one day in the future, manifesting it. Yes, so we're going to start today. We're going to start a little different. It is now a little bit warm enough. Well, Pittsburgh, we're a little cold, but the sun is shining. We're in spring, and I think it's the second official day of spring. That means, we have some hiking, nature walks going on, just a little bit more warmer weather that we can now explore outside. And I would love for us to meditate and do a prompt with our meditation. So with this meditation, it's going to sound a little goofy, but flow with me here. Rock with this one. I would love for us to explore what kind of being or animal would we like to be in nature. So, for example, in nature, I would love to be a deer or a fawn. So, what would that be if I embodied that in my meditation? Knowing how they move in nature, how they graze in nature, the familiar bonds that they create. So, pick any animal or thing in nature that you would like to connect with or embrace and embody for your meditation. So you can close your eyes, you have your eyes at a soft gaze or open, and we'll begin. as you're meditating, embody this thing and and what it does through its everyday, day-to-day life. Whether you could be a goat scaling a mountaintop, embracing their fearlessness, their strength, resilience. Sit in this for another few breaths. Slowly start to open your eyes if they're closed, taking in whatever the characteristics of your animal or being in nature. And we'll take that to kind of push us through class. And then at the end, we'll have a little bit of our talk back and writing in the chat what kind of animal, if you like to choose, we'll choose to say in the chat. So we're going to do a little bit of a head roll. So taking some breaths, we're going to breathe in and then exhale. Breathing in. Last week we spoke about space, taking up space. So let's use our breath. Every inhale and exhale, we make space to sink further in our stretch. And then from here, we do the other side. We inhale and then we exhale. And inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and then exhale. We'll look up, inhale and then exhale. We look down. Inhale, we look up and exhale, we look down. Now shoulder rolls, bring our shoulders up and then exhale back. Two more. Last one. And then forward now. And now we're going to stir the pot. Awakening our midsection. So whether you are sitting on the floor like myself, whether you're sitting in a chair or standing, this can be done isolating from our hips all the way up to our head, going one direction and switching to the other side. Good. And then from here, we're gonna reach our arms up, inhale, and then exhale, back down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press the energy down. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale, press. On this next breath, we'll inhale, and we'll exhale, press and twist. Inhale, back up. Twist. Exhale. Inhale. You make space. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, twist, and we'll stay here. Let's stay here for two big deep breaths. And then return, arms come back up, and then switch other side. And then we come back to center. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit here. Now we're gonna go from side to side and we'll reach our arm, keeping our hip planted, and we'll do a side stretch. And then we reach back up, inhale, exhale, side stretch. See if we can not close our body off, but keep our chest lifted and towards the camera. And then back up and exhale over to the other side and reach back up. And last time. And we come back to center. And then we're just gonna walk our hands out to do the seated forward folding, crisscross applesauce, letting go of our chin, or the back of our neck so our chin can fall down to our chest. And then from here, rolling over to find a tabletop position. Onto our hands and knees. And then we're just gonna do a few cat and cows. Dropping our belly, looking up, inhale. And then exhale, curve. Inhale. Exhale, curve. If you're seated, this may look like this, planting your hands onto your knees. I'll turn to the side. Curving through your upper body, your chest, it's going towards the sky. Chin is lifted, and then we curl and tuck in. Let's continue 4 more breaths, breathing in and then out. Contraction, curving through, and then 2 more, and then in. Last one, and curving in. Good. And let's find any kind of intuitive movement. So if this is like the tabletop modified, this may look like you stirring the pot, shoulders going up, maybe twisting side to side. If you're seated, excuse me, not seated, but in tabletop on the mat, this may look like you finding any space, pushing through your hands, looking up, down, cat, cow. So take a moment here to find this primal and intuitive movement as we tap into our animal that we chose during our meditation. I'm feeling very lioness, very fierce right now. Good. And then I'll show the next variation. We'll do a modified spiral twist. In this modified tabletop, we'll reach this arm up, inhale, and then exhale, we thread it through. Inhale, we reach back up. Exhale, we thread it through. 2 more, inhale, and exhale, thread through. And we'll reset. We'll continue the other side. The other arm goes up, inhale, and then exhale, we thread through. We inhale, exhale, thread through. Inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Now on each side, we're just gonna make some circles with our arms. Taking up space from one side of the room, reaching to the other, opening up our shoulder and our chest, twisting like we're halfway swimming, but not really. And then we'll reverse. We have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then we'll switch to the other side. I'll show that seated. We swim back. And the second one. And third. Fourth one. And then we flip, reverse other side. I mean, other way. I feel like with these spiral twists, it helps me to breathe a little bit more as I'm twisting and making space within my rib cage. I'm opening my chest. Good. And then give yourself another intuitive feel, some shoulder shrugs, side to side. Next, we're going to do a tail wag. So from this kind of seated, modified tabletop, you'll take the top of your head, reaching it down towards your seat, making a C curve, also known as a tail wag. If you're on your mat, you'll be sending both your seat and the top of your head towards each other. And this, you hopefully feel a stretch in your lower back. So let's start. We're gonna do inhale, exhale, curve. Inhale, reset. Exhale, we curve. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale, curve. Inhale. And exhale, curve. Good. And then from here, push back child's pose. You can rest over your legs if that feels good. Stay there. If you're in this kind of rested, seated position, allowing your hands to lay towards your feet, you're going to try and let go of the back of your neck and let your chin fall down to your chest. If you're in your child's pose, your knees will be going out past your shoulders. Your arms will be reaching towards the top of your mat. Your seat will be going to your feet. And every breath, your diaphragm will lift and stretch and allow your shoulders to go towards the mat. Now, I really would love for us to do some deep breaths in this child's pose, feeling your lungs fill up with air, pressing against your ribs, and then going back in. All right, here we go. 4 big deep breaths. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. Exhale out. Two more like that. Breathing in. And then exhale. Last one, and in. And then exhale. Good. We'll tuck our toes if you are in this tabletop on the mat and walking our hands to our feet to roll up to find our mountain table. Excuse me, Tadasana, mountain pose, with our palms facing forward. We'll take 2 big deep breaths again, closing our eyes and channeling our animal. On this next inhale, we'll reach our arms up high to the sky. We'll grab onto both of our palms. We'll do a side stretch. Reach back up. Exhale, side stretch. And now we're going to paint our canvas. So if the ceiling of the sky, like a big canvas, and we've got a paintbrush in our hand, we're just going to make our Picasso, our Frida Kahlo, Kehinde Wiley painting. Keep going. Making space. I think the subject or goal today is making space in our rib cage and upper thoracic spine in our body. Good. And then from here, we'll forward fold. If you're seated, you walk your feet out to this wide position, allowing your upper body to fold over. Good. From here, we'll shake our head yes and no. Yes and no. Nice. We'll reach one arm up again. And then exhale. Reach other side. Inhale. And then exhale. And we'll roll back up through our spine and find Tadasana mountain pose. You'll walk your feet back in. If you're seated, we'll reach our arms up. Inhale. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale. Exhale, side stretch. Make your painting. Channel your favorite artist now. I've always been inspired by Frida Kahlo. I love her work. And then from here, we forward fold over our legs. If you're seated, you toe bow, heel your feet out. And then shaking your head yes and no. We'll reach one arm up, inhale. And exhale, we twist a little bit more. It comes back down, inhale. And then exhale. From here, we'll look up halfway lift, placing our hands onto our shins, our knees, and then we'll forward fold back down and rolling up through the spine. We'll do this one more time. We'll reach, inhale. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale. Exhale, side stretch. Channel your artist. Feeling very Warhol right now, very colorful. And then forward fold. Good. From here, we'll grab onto our elbows, sway side to side ragdoll pose. Let your chin fall down to your chest, no tension in the back of your head. Good. We'll place our hands onto our shin or our knees if we're seated, and we'll look up halfway lift. And then dropping back down, forward fold and rolling up through the spine, finding our Tadasana mountain pose. Placing our palms forward towards the camera, breathing 2 big deep breaths in. Breathing in and out. Let's see if we can elongate the exhale. Good. On this next inhale, we'll reach our arms up. And then we're going to find a warrior, going into a warrior series. If you're seated, you place one foot on the corner of your chair, turning it out, and then you take the other foot to extend it to the back, twisting your hips now and your body towards the front leg that's bent, reaching your arm up. The back leg, you should have your heel a little bit on the ground, and then your toes kind of on a 45-degree angle. And then we'll stay here, 2 big deep breaths. Putting our hands together, we'll spiral twist. Maintaining that mobility in our spine. We'll reach our arms back up and then we'll reset. Palms come back down. We'll do the other side. We'll reach our arms up, inhale. We'll step one foot out and then the other. Twisting our body towards the front leg to find our warrior 1 and 2 breaths here. Placing our palms together, we'll spiral twist. And then we'll lift back up, reset, mountain pose. Going into warrior two, inhale. We'll step one foot out and then we step the back foot. From here, we'll twist our upper body towards the camera. Our back foot should be, our foot should be pointing towards the camera and the back wall. The front foot should be facing towards the side wall where your hands are going. Good. Shoulders are down and back. We hold here. We're going to reverse this warrior, placing the back hand onto the knee and reaching towards the back leg. And then we'll bicycle those arms down. Find a high lunge. The chair is there for you for support onto the leg that is bent. Stay here. And then we'll return back, walking our feet back in if you're seated. And we'll find our Tadasana mountain pose. We're reaching our arms up, inhale. Exhale, we step the other foot back. The back toes, one should be facing towards, the toes should be facing towards the camera, and the back toes towards your back wall. The front toes are reaching towards your front arm. Our body's now twisted towards the camera, and we're looking towards our front arm. We'll stay here. And then we'll reverse the warrior. And bicycle those arms, finding our high lunge. Placing the weight onto our palms or fingertips. And then we come back. We walk our feet back in, finding a warrior. Sorry, not a warrior, our mountain pose. Good. We reach our arms up one more time. And then from here, palms together, we're going to look back, leaning back, and then forward fold over the legs. In your head, yes and no. And then from here, toe ball, heel your feet out to a wide position and putting your hands onto your elbow, swaying side to side. Good. So in this wide position for everyone, grabbing onto our elbow, swaying side to side. We'll walk our hands over to one foot and a side stretch. Continue to breathe. And then making our way over to the other side. From here, having a slight bend in your knees as you roll up. Do this one. We're gonna find kind of a squat-like position, and we're gonna rock from side to side. Rock from side to side. You can have your hands here, like God's pose. You can have your hands here. We're just making space in the hips. This may look like also using a back of a chair to help assist. This may look like stretching one leg out and then the other flexing the foot, leaning up and over the leg. Good. Then from here, we're going to stay in this squat position for 2 breaths. And then burn. Making space for our hips to crease a little bit more. And then we're going to reach our arms up, shaking our legs out, giving ourselves a nice little pat. Good. We'll reach both arms up again, and then we're going to tilt our hip over, place the front toes towards the camera, and then the back toes towards the back wall, and then the other toes towards the side wall for our side angle triangle. Stay here, breathe. You can put your hands on your shin or your knee. And then we'll kind of do a twist in a way. So replacing that hand and then the other arm will lift. And then returning back from where you came from and lifting up. One foot will go back in and then the other toes will go out to the side. We'll twist our hips as they go over, and then we'll reach that arm for a triangle pose. If you want to add an arm circle, you can. Whatever feels good for you right now. And we'll spiral twist, replacing that hand, the other one will lift. And then let's find our forward fold with both feet, with both toes facing towards the camera and our heels the back wall. Shaking your head yes and no again. Rolling up through the spine. Walking our feet back in. Finding our Savasana mountain pose. Going into one of my favorite poses, which is an eagle pose. We'll reach both arms up. We'll only do the first half of it first. And then we'll place one elbow in and we'll spiral twist. So that way the back of your hands are together or either the palms are touching. If that's too much, you're welcome to give yourself a hug. And we'll stay here. If you are in this hug position, maybe this allows you opportunity for you to breathe and feel your lungs expand and your ribcage expand with your fingertips. And then from here, we'll reach our arms back up again and we'll do the other side. Spiral twist. We'll lift our elbows up just a little bit more if they are in this position. We'll put our chin down to increase the stretch if you like, or keep it neutral. Another option is to cross your arms over. We'll continue to breathe, breathing in and out. And in and out. Good. Now the second portion of this, we're just going to do a curtsy like using the chair for stability, placing one leg over the other, and then the standing leg would have a slight bend in it as you put that leg on top. If you want to go forward to try and keep spiraling that foot over the leg, you can, or just simply have it in the curtsy position in front. And then if you want to try to balance, you can, but we're sinking in that hip. We'll stay here. And then we'll reset, shaking out our hips. Little tail wag. Another side. We'll lift the leg up, put on top, and we'll bend in the standing leg. I feel like a flamingo right now. Side note, I saw a video of baby flamingos. I never saw what a little baby flamingo looked like. I assumed that they would be pink when they were babies. No, they're actually white. It is so cute. And to watch them go through their mindfulness and figure out what balancing on one leg is, it is quite adorable and very sweet. Sorry, just my thoughts for today. Maybe so I feel like I am kind of channeling that baby flamingo, finding my way, finding my balance. I've kind of gone through a plethora of animals I'm discovering during this class of what I want to channel. And then putting both together, we'll reach our arms up. Then we'll spiral twist and or wrap our arms. We'll take the same same leg as our arms and then twist. And we'll try to find, I'll face a little bit to the corner, our balance. And now if that's too much, you're welcome to place your hand on your chest and then use the bar or wall for stability. Nice. And then from here, we're going to place the foot on top of our knee and then fold over it, kind of like we're in a seat. This may also look like this in our chair, a balance and a stretch in one, going over the leg, feeling kind of a stretch in our hip. If that's too much, you're welcome to come back to the curtsy. Staying here. Continuing on. If your leg is still up, good. We'll then place it behind us, bending in the front leg. See if you can balance. Ooh, baby flamingo. Stay there. And then the last part of this before we move into the other side, we'll stretch the leg out for an airplane. And then we come back to mountain pose, shaking it out. Other side, reaching our arms up. And then crossing the other arm over and the other leg. I'll face the corner. Staying and balancing. Also finding stability. Giving ourselves grace. And then when you're ready, you'll take that leg, put it on top, and bend in the supporting leg to find this kind of chair pose. Staying here. And don't let that foot touch the ground. And then we'll cross it over and bend in that leg. Stay here. Breathe through the stretch. Last but not least. Oh, dang. Sorry, y'all. I said not to let the leg touch, but I just did. Told you not to do. We'll extend it out. I gotta give myself grace for airplane pose. Stay here. And then we'll return back, and that kind of concludes our little balance flow. That was fun, shaking our legs from side to side. And then we'll reach our arms up, and then forward fold. Shaking your head yes and no, grabbing onto your elbows. Swaying side to side. We'll take a few bends of our knees now. So we're going to bend our knees, keeping them over our toes, and stretch. And bend. And stretch. Two more, and bend. And stretch. Last one, bend. And stretch. Slowly rolling up through the spine. To find our Tadasana mountain pose. Palms facing forward. Breathing in. Closing our eyes. And then exhale. Now in this moment in your mountain pose, you're welcome to come back to a seated position on the ground, crossing your legs or staying here standing. Reflect back onto the animal that you wanted to channel or embrace, embody today, how that helped you to push through class or using their gifts or abilities to motivate you today. Think about that animal. How did it feel to embody this thing? Okay. What do you feel like maybe during your meditation, if you thought about a scene or anything, what did you maybe eat? What kind of sounds did you hear as this animal? I would love to hear in the chat. You could break it down in all kinds of parts if you just want to say your animal, if you would love to give us a little background on what you experienced, that would be lovely too. Thank you all so much.
Thanks so much for a wonderful class, Chandler. So if anybody would like to share the animal they were embodying or anything they felt or wanted to eat or anything as your animal, please go ahead and share that in the chat as we are wrapping up class today. We want to remind you, if you enjoyed today's class, we do this same time, same place every week. We hope that you'll join us again. I'm going to reshare the link in the chat on how you can sign up for future classes. So please feel free to do that as you're leaving class today. We'd love to see you again. And I'm going to go ahead and read out some of the animals we're hearing about. Oh, we've got a lot today. Okay, get ready, Chandler. We've
Okay,
got
okay.
Rachel's embodying an eagle. Anne is embodying a
Mm.
seagull flying free. Shelley's embodying
Oh,
a
I love that.
dolphin. Shelley's embodying a
Ooh.
dolphin, so smooth. Kelly's embodying birds chirping because she heard the sounds of nature. Joanne is
Mm.
embodying a lioness, exhilarating, she says.
Yes.
Let's see, I think it's Margaret is embodying a fox. Susie's embodying a
Ooh,
squirrel.
Sly.
Oh, Eileen's embodying a bird. She's always wanted to be a bird. Joyce also said hummingbird
Yes.
came to mind.
Mm. I can
Let's
hear them
see.
pecking now.
Yep. Ooh, Linda is running as fast as a tiger whoosh.
Ooh. I can hear the sound and the oh yes. Very fierce.
Yes. All right, we've got several more here. Oh, Rhonda was a dog rolling in the wet grass. Pamela is an owl. April
Yes,
is a wolf because
very
they
wise.
fiercely protect their family. Love that, April.
Hmm.
Julie's a horse.
Ooh, nice and stride, very elegant. Yes.
Ooh, Jean's a seagull. We got a couple seagulls here today. Cherie is
Blowing in the
also
breeze.
a bird. She felt like flying and listening to the chirps of other birds. So we got lots of birds today. Joanna is a cat high in a tree. Linda's a mockingbird.
Mm.
Let's see. Margaret's a song sparrow singing Beethoven. Ooh, love it. Very specific.
Ooh. Yes.
Let's see. We've got a graceful deer. We've got Gail as a polar bear. Hear her
Mm.
roar.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna try to speed read because we've got about 20 more, and I want to get to everyone. Judith is a snow leopard on mountain cliffs. Jeffrey started as a panda but ended with an owl or snake. Love the transformation. Virginia's a deer.
Mm.
Let's see. Oh, I think we did get to everyone. And I'm seeing somebody say that they got an error message when they clicked on the yoga and mindfulness link for next week. Let me double check and make sure it's working. I'll pop that in the chat one more time in the next minute here before we wrap up class. I'll remind everyone too, if you miss it during class, we will also be sending it again in your follow-up email. So check your email reminders as well. If for some reason it is not working here, every once in a while, someone's Zoom links do not work in your browser, or it says the link is too long. So just stay tuned for the email as well if you're having trouble signing up for the series for next week.
Thank you all. Thank you for your really, really cool animals and stories behind them. Thank you. This is amazing.
All right, and we did just put a final link in the chat for the yoga and mindfulness series if you are having trouble registering. You can also email us. Our email will be in your inbox if you're having trouble accessing the link. It's pa@aarp.org. And Chandler, just a lot of love for you in the chat. So thank you so much for another wonderful class today. I think everyone really liked embodying the animals. We have one final question, which is people are wondering where we are presenting this class from today. Chandler, can you tell them?
Yes, from Pittsburgh, PA at Open Up Studios here in Lawrenceville, right on Butler Street. For the Pittsburghers, we're like right across from Round Corner Cantina. This space is super, super old, historical. All the floors are kind of fresh from still the 30s. And yeah, this space is it's a joy to be in. It's so comfortable and I love it.
Thanks, Chandler. All right, and with that, we will conclude today's class, and we hope to see you again, same time, same place next week. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.